Welcome to Kykar Wins Fury. Sorry for recording so late. I had to sneeze really bad, really quick. So I was just trying to hit the record button and sneeze and not throw my mic out of whack. But yes, welcome to Kykar and happy 4th of July. Hope you're gonna have a safe one today. And as far as our opening hand goes, I've already kept on it, but I do like it. So that's why I kept it. So let's go and crack Bloodstained Mire. Let's grab ourselves a blue-red sword, since we do have two Boros cards in the hand. Grab ourselves a Steam Vents. Have that come into play tap. Not going to pay 2 life. And then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. So we're playing Kykar Wins Fury. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Then, if that was not enough, sacrifice the spirit, add red mana to your mana pool. Let's go and lead off with, Volcanic Island. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go Plateau, let's go Signet, and then that way next turn that'll put us on Wooded Foothills, or actually go for Kykar pretty quick. I kind of like that. Playing against Gisa and Geralf. Whenever Gisa and Geralf enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then during each of your turns, you may cast a zombie card from your graveyard, and our opponent light off with a Blood Arts, which really excited to see what this zombie build is. Should be pretty cool. Since we do have a lot of land drops to make, I'm cool with getting down to Kykar. Let's see if we can't get this to stick. So that's going to be, let's actually tap the filter mana first. There we go. And then get old Kykar coming down. And then anything else, kick it back over to our opponent. But yes, happy 4th of July. Hopefully you have a safe one out there. And if you're not from the United States, happy normal day. 4th of July is our Independence Day here in America. So we like to celebrate with cooking out and some hot dogs and different things like that, and swimming, and then fireworks. So, but our plans for the 4th of July. Really excited about these. We're going to go to our town's 4th of July parade, and then after that, we're going to watch Stranger Things, because I've had a long week. I'm kind of tired. I kind of like going for Stranger Things. Sounds pretty good. Let's go Jace the Mind Sculptor. We've got an open fetch land, so that's going to be really good for us. And the fact that we can cast Jace the Mind Sculptor and get a Spirit token is just so gnarly. I love it. Let's go for the 0 builder. We're going to draw 3 cards. And Disenchant, Cyclonic Rift. Oh, these are great. So let's put let's put Clifftop Retreat back on top. And then we probably do want Cyclonic Rift. I think if we're going to put something up back, Expansion's okay, because I kind of like these fetch lands. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to put Expansion back on top. And then we're going to go and crack Scalding Charm, because we're not really super enjoyable with what we got on top. And that way we can kind of shuffle up the top part of our library. Let's grab ourselves a Hollowed Fountain. Have that come into play tapped. And then let's go and push in for 3. Well, actually, no, we'll just go and hold up, just in case they got some zombies that want to get a little frisky in the red zone. But yeah, that's our plans, is to watch Stranger Things on 4th of July. It comes out on Netflix, so I'm really excited about that. And then watch some fireworks that night. So I live out in the country, and so people who live out in the country can shoot fireworks here in Texas, or at least in our county. And so people love themselves some fireworks. You know, you hear fireworks about a week before 4th of July and a week after 4th of July. So it's just funny how some people are just little pyromaniacs sometimes. But that is our 4th of July plans. Our opponent goes for... Okay, opponent goes for the +1. So at this point, they've only got 1 zombie, so they can't go for the -2 and then get rid of it. So that's going to be good. And also, if something does end up happening to our commander, we can't end up going... Ooh. Yeah, let's go for Jace first. Let's go for the draw 3 cards. And then, this is... oh, this is beautiful. So let's put Arcane Denial back on top. And since we just have a Brainstorm off to the side with Jace, I think that's going to be fine for right now. So let's go Windswept Heath. Let's go and crack Windswept Heath. And we'll grab ourselves a Tundra. And that'll put us on grabbing Sacred Foundry with Wooded Foothills. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so we grab Tundra. Let's go for Soul Ring. It's going to give us another Spirit token, and this is what this deck wants to do right here. This is probably best case scenario for the deck, and that's getting down Jace, just drawing a bunch of cards, getting some mana rocks out. Let's go for Dawson of Perfection, because why not? I love Dawson, and we get these to flip, we'll end up some really nice creatures. 1/2, and since we do have, yeah, ends up having a Kykar. We've got some really nice value assembled on our side, and then anything else. Since we do have those Spirit tokens, we'll go and push in. I think at this point, I'm not super worried about... Well, yeah, let's go and swing it at Liliana. That's going to be 2 spirit tokens swinging at Lily. Yeah, because we want to kind of keep some of those zombies away. So there we go, swinging at them, and we'll kind of set up our turn next turn. So we've got Dosset down. But yeah, 4th of July, watch some fireworks, watch Stranger Things, and have some fun. And also Magic Fest Dallas. I went to Magic Fest Dallas this past weekend, had a blast. Cannot wait. I've got all my videos and pictures that I've taken ready to kind of work on a almost kind of documentary style take on that. So I'll be kind of releasing that sometime. It's my first time I've ever done like a non-Magic gameplay video like that. So it may take a little bit to get it going, but something that I'm really excited about. So let's go for the Brainstorm ability and make a stand, Frantic Surge. Let's put make a stand on top. And I like Selfless Spirit, and then we'll go ahead and put, I kind of like Endless Ranks of the Dead. We could, yeah, let's put Disenchant on top. That may be the wrong play, but I want to let our opponent get Endless Ranks of the Dead, because I'll kind of explain it here in a second. I love that card. It's one of my favorite cards. So let's go Crackwood of Foothills, and plus Spirits versus Zombies. Let's have some fun. Sometimes you end up with some weird, really value board state, so I want to have some fun. So we're going to go for this, we actually did already go for the Brainstorm ability, and let's go Frantic Surge, because at this point we want to make Dawson of Perfection happy. Let's get that Spirit token on the battlefield. Let's get that to Wizard token. And I think, yeah, Kykar's a wizard, so what we can do, so we have to discard 2 cards, and we'll get rid of Swan Song, and we'll get rid of Selfless Spirit, and then untap 3 lands, 1, 2, 3. And our opponent's being a super awesome sport on this. So if we actually want to get these to flip, we can go Unbreakable Formation. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be enough mana for us to remand it and draw a card. Yeah, I think we want to do that. That's going to be pretty good value. So let's go for Talisman. Let's go for Signet. Let's tap down Unbreakable Formation. We're going to get these extra tokens on the battlefield. We're going to go for remand on Unbreakable Formation. Tap down that last 2 mana. That's going to be a couple more triggers. Oh, look at that. That's some value. We're going to get Dawson to flip. That's going to pump up Kykar. We're going to get a few extra tokens on the battlefield. I think we're going to save this Unbreakable Formation. Look at that. That is some good value. All right, so let's go and push in. And we can even Cyclonic Rift with these Spirit tokens. So we're just going to swing in and attack our opponent. That's going to be 11... All right, Poto's going to scoop it up on this one. Yeah, there's just sometimes in 1 versus 1 with Kykar, we need some value board states. But yeah, this is exactly what you're going to be doing with Kykar. So you can see we're simply just spell slinging a lot of these like low converted mana cost cards. Frantic Surge, sending that back to the hand to get our Final Iteration to flip, and the fact that Final Iteration pumps up Kykar, that's some good value right there. But yeah, you can even see where we could have gone for Unbreakable Formation. That would have given all of our creatures +2/+2. So that would have been, because we're looking at 11, 12, 13, 14, +5. That'd have been like 20 damage coming across. And then even then, if we want to sack the Spirit tokens, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us on Cyclonic Rift for just a value play. Sending it back if we sack them out, because now we have a bunch of Delvers that have flipped. So this is a very, very good showing of what Kykar wants to be. And so sorry to our opponent for kind of getting this value spread out really quick, but there's sometimes when you get down Jace and you have Brainstorm, you have 2 fetches, that is just some overwhelming value that you have to end up going for. But yes, long story short, Magic Fest Dallas was a blast. I can't wait to release that video. I'll be putting that in sometime future, but I'm also really excited to get Kykar out already, because you definitely see where Jeskai spell slinging with token enablers is a ton of fun, and I definitely enjoyed this video. So everyone, hope you have a safe 4th of July, and if you're not from America or you don't celebrate 4th of July, hey, hopefully you have a happy Thursday. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Kykar Wins Fury. Hope you're excited for some Jeskai fireworks, and as far as our opening hand goes, this is beautiful. We had a colored source, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to mulligan this one. Doesn't sound that enticing. And yeah, I like this a lot better. We have Island, Sacred Foundry, Anticipate, Op, Pongify. Yes, we'll definitely keep on this one. And then we need to put 1 card on the bottom. And I think at this point, probably put Anticipate, because I like Opt and I like Pongify. Click Done. And then, yeah, it's going to be us on the play. So we'll go and lead off with Flooded Strain. In fact, let's just go and crack Flooded Strain. Let's go and grab ourselves a Steam Vents. That way we can have that come into play tapped, and that Pongify can get a little bit closer to the top just in case we need it. So let's go and put Steam Vents into play. Not going to pay 2, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So we're playing Kykar Wins Fury. Flying, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. Then Sacrifice a spirit, add red mana to your mana pool. Playing against Varina, Lich Queen. So we got some Esper zombies, which actually they've got a really nice addition coming out of M20, which definitely be excited to talk about. Since we do want to go Lightning Greaves this turn, let's go Island, and then we'll go Lightning Greaves. And then I kick it back over to our opponent. So playing against Varina, Lich Queen. Whenever you attack with one or more zombies, draw that many cards, then discard that many cards. You gain that much life. Then for a 2-mana activation, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. And that is the commanders. Let's lead off with Sacred Foundry, and let's hit something else. And we're actually going to be online for a pretty nice Kykar pretty quick. So really, ooh, and then we hit Dragon Shift. Oh, I'll take that. It's going to have Sacred Foundry coming to play tap, not going to pay 2, and kick it back over there. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you need to check out the 4th of July Magic Fireworks stand, head over to MTGOTraders.com. They've got all the Jeskai fireworks that you may need for your 4th of July. And shout out to InkGaming.com if you're in the market for a custom playmat or t-shirt or a dice bag, whatever that may be. Use coupon code JOLT to get 10% off your order and help the channel at the same time. Or if you want to grab one of my own playmats, go over there, type in JOLT539 into the search bar, and you can see some of the cool playmat designs that I have. I'm shooting to have some of these playmats, one set, at least a couple different designs for each set. So let's go and push in with Kykar because every point of damage matters in a Jeskai Spellslinger deck. So we're going to swing for 3, knock them down to 27, and put 3 commander damage on the board. But yeah, long story short, coupon code JOLT or type in JOLT539. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to contribute to that Patreon, there's a link down in the description below. You can get your name at the beginning or the ending of the credits. And sometime in the near future, I'm going to be sending out tokens for Patreon supporters, because it's kind of like it's something I want to do, and I enjoy making tokens. I just need to figure out the actual printing process. So it's gonna be a little bit. It may not be until about August or September once that happens, but it's in the future. So if you're a token person, you want to hold out for some tokens, hey, I'm giving you a fair warning. So, but now it's officially free time. We can have some fun. So as far as what we've got, let's see. So we've got Op, Pongify, Dragon Shift, Cyclonic Rift, and Teleportal. I think at this point we're just going to go for Op because I'd really like to enjoy the land drop. Now this is where this deck is really going to shine. So, and the converted mana cost in this deck is really low, so we're still going to go ahead and pay for these Rhystic Study triggers because we can definitely play around that. We're going to get ourselves a Spirit token. It's almost kind of like we're getting to pay around the Rhystic Study. Yeah, we'll definitely put that on top because we want to make the land drop. We'll be able to get down Tundra, and then let's go and swing in for another 3. You know, if you're here for some Kykar commander damage, hey, here's the video for you. We're going to swing it for 3, knock him down to 23, and that's going to be 6 total commander damage. And I think at this point, we're simply just going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. But yeah, so if you've been a friend of the channel for a minute now, my 4th of July deck has always been Namat, because that was kind of the basic Jeskai control commander out there. There were not really a lot of good options out there besides going partners. And so, you've got your best commander, it's Narset, which is just doing busted things. You have Zedru, which is just trying to Etchings of... This is such a good card. Austin from Commander 99 played this at Magic Fest Dallas in Slivers, and we just kept getting wrecked by this. It is so gnarly. You always forget about it on the battlefield. But yeah, there hadn't really been that good of a Jeskai Spellslinger commander. So when they released Kykar, I was like, I'm so excited. I love playing Jeskai Spellslingers, and there's just so much value you can build with this deck. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. So we got the Amassed Zombie Army swinging in for 3. It's going to put us down to 26. They want some fireworks. Look at that, guy. He's like, give me all your your fireworks, your shells, your artillery shells. And so they want some. Oh, and run into Swiftfoot Boots. So we can actually just get that down just for value. Really, you'd like to see some sort of cantrip. But I think at this point, if we're just trying to build up tokens, that's going to be perfectly fine. So we're going to go ahead and pay into that Rhystic Study. We'll tap down Tundra. Yes, definitely want to pay for that. And get ourselves another Spirit token. And like I mentioned, we're... almost there. Probably got, let's see how many more turns we got. It's going to put them at 9. We're going to get a few more commander damage turns. Put them down to 19 and then 9, and then anything else, kick it back over to our opponent. So, but yeah, as far as this deck goes, this is 100% Jeskai Spellslinger. We want to get down Kykar. Then outside of that, we want to amplify Kykar's effects. So we've got Young Pyromancer in here. We've got Monastery Mentor. We've got Talrand, we've got Murmuring Mystic. We have all these different ways that care about us casting non-creature spells in some form or fashion. We even have Saheeli in here, and Saheeli is such a good card in this deck because it really allows you to just generate as much value on the board as possible. Then what we're trying to do is simply just kind of close the game out. So we've got two wonderful finishers here in the deck. We've got Dragon Shift, which is going to be an overloaded cost, and I may seem kind of oh, got hit with ninjutsu. So that's going to be whenever it deals. So whenever it deals exile the top two cards, do we just want to Pongify that? I think we're okay with that. Yeah, let's just go Pongify, because we can pay for Pongify, then at the same time we can also pay for that Rhystic Study. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. And the cool thing about this being a token deck is that 3/3 beast, whatever it is, the frog token, whatever comes down, ape token, we're just going to have a ton of tokens to kind of stop that. So we can really kind of slow them down. So they do get a nice ape token on the battlefield, but with us having just a smorgasbord of tokens on the battlefield, that allows us to kind of slow the roll of that ape token, which is always a nice thing. So we do get the lane drop for the turn. Let's go Plateau. And at this point, we've got, I think we've got enough to close it out. If we end up Dragon Shifting, kind of like that. That's going to be 7 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have to sacrifice 1 spirit token, because that's going to be 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. That'll put them down to that. So I think what we're going to do is we'll simply just wait. We can go for Teleportal. Yeah, but we should have not clicked into our combat step. Okay, so let's go and push in with the crew. We're going to get a little bit of extra damage in. That's going to knock them down. We could go for one. We want to get a clean Dragon Shift win, so I think we're going to wait until next turn. We can always Cyclonic Rift something back. And that's going to give us an extra token, give us a little bit of extra mana for that Dragon Shift. But I think we're going to try to go for a Dragon Shift. But yeah, running some of these overload spells. These are great ways that if you're playing Jeskai, one of the other downsides about playing a token generating Spellslinger deck is that your board state is kind of weak sometimes. And so, you want to run some stuff that kind of catches your opponents off guard. And the fact that with Kykar, with this overload cost of 7, you can just sack these spirit tokens to where all you need, if you've got a really nice board state developed, all you got to do is just Dragon Shift. Dragon Shift your spirit token to some dragons and you're good to go. So it gives you another way. There's a few other kind of overload spells, but we'll talk about those here in a sec. Oh, I meant to go for that Cyclonic Rift for that, but that's fine. All right, let's see what we draw into. Getting wrapped up in communicating stuff. Now, if we end up going for Teleporter, then we go for the Overload. That's going to give 4, and that's going to be 6, 8, 10. That'll be 1 more token. So we'll see what let's see what we draw into first. Ooh, draw the Mana Crypt. That is exactly what we wanted to see. So let's go and go for Mana Crypt trigger. We're going to go and cast that. It gives us an additional Spirit token, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can end up paying for that. Yes, we'll go and pay 1 for that because it's going to be double blue, double red. Then we're going to pay for Rhystic Study. That's going to give ourselves a spirit token on the battlefield. We'll have that Mana Crypt enter, and I think at this point that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we need to have that for Mana Crypt. So let's go and push in with the crew, and we're going to go for a sneaky. We're going to go for a sneaky Dragon Shift. I love it. All right, so we're going to push in, see if there's any blockers. And let's go for Dragon Shift, cast with Overload. That's going to be red, red, double blue, and then 1, 2 off of Mana Crypt. Oh, look at that. We're going to have the Rhystic Study. You're not going to be able to, actually, yeah, we can go ahead and pay for sacrifice the Spirit token. All right, opponent's going to scoop it up on this one. So unfortunately, we don't get the Dragon Shifted, but you can see what we're going for because that's going to be Dragon Shift. And basically, with Overload, it applies to all of our creatures. Each creature you control becomes a blue and red dragon with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying. So that's going to be 4, 8, 12. That's going to be 16 coming across. They've got 2 mana left, so they'd almost have to have some sort of spot removal. But even if they do, we've still got enough damage coming across to close the game out. So you can see where, this is what we want to do in Jeskai. Start slinging some spells, get some tokens developed on the board state, and then go for a really nice Dragon Shift finisher. Oh, they never see it coming. And it's a beautiful way to close it out. So anyways, happy 4th of July, and have a safe one out there. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Kykar Wins Fury, and happy 4th of July. Hope you're excited. As far as opening hand goes, this is beautiful. We're going to keep on this one. Everything that we want to see in an opening hand with this deck. We've got a little bit of Mana Ramp and Talisman of Creativity. Love that art on that too. We also have a little bit of a kind of a board buff, Intangible Virtue. We got 3 lands, and then Wheel of Fortune to kind of refuel our hand whenever we get to that point. But yes, this is a wonderful way to kind of get the Kykar game kickstarted. Now we'll start it off here in just a second. So we do have Ponder and Preordain. Since we're pretty much looking at Kykar pretty quick, I think what we want to do is just go Misty, and I'll go and crack Misty. Let's go and grab ourselves a dual source. Let's get this popped out, and I think that's going to be, yeah, we'll just go and split it down the middle. So let's go and grab Hollowed Fountain. We're going to have that come into play tapped, and then we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So we're playing Kykar, Wind's Fury, flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token when flying, then sacrifice a spirit, add red mana to your mana pool. Playing gets Maelstrom Wonder, the man who rides on a horse with no name. Creatures you control have haste, then Cascade and Cascade. And let's go and lead off with that Talisman of Create. Skull Clamp. Let's go Polluted Delta. We're going to grab ourselves a Volcanic Island, and then go for Talisman into Skull Clamp, and that'll really get this the fireworks going. So we're going to go for Talisman. That's going to be 1/2. Tap down 1 colorless for Skull Clamp, and then kick it over to our opponent. So we did cover both commanders. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you're going to build your very own Kykar, Jeskai fireworks show, be sure to head on over there. And they're slowly going to be getting some Kykars in stock, but depending on when you watch this video, they should have some of those fireworks in stock for you to build your very own Kykar deck. And let's give a quick shout out to inkgaming.com, whether you're in the market for a custom playmat, or a dice bag, or a t-shirt, which is coming on the way. I do apologize, t-shirts will be coming soon. Be sure to head over to ingaming.com. You can use coupon code JOLT to get 10% off your order to help out with the channel, or you can even just go to the website, type in JOLT539. You can see some of the playmat designs that I've uploaded there. And, ooh, they're going to gain control of our Talisman. Yeah, that does make sense. And so we do need to find some sort of way to deal with Dak Faden to kind of... we don't want them stealing our artifacts and stuff. But yeah, anyway, check out inkgaming.com. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to get your name at the beginning or the ending of the credits, you can join up. And then in the future, at one of the higher tiers, I'm going to start sending out tokens. I'm looking at getting some of those made. So not yet, but that is on the horizon. At least just kind of want to let that be known. So our opponent did, and now it's officially free time. We can have some fun. So our opponent with Dak Faden does grab Talisman, which does slow us down on getting down Kykar. So that kind of puts us on Intangible Virtue. So we might as well just go for Temple of Lightment and get the Scry going, the Scurry, the Fever. I think, yeah, let's go and put that on the bottom for right now. But that is, so we have a lot of X spells in here that really help us kind of push our game plan. And I think Intangible Virtue, yeah, that'll be good. So if we go Intangible Virtue, that's going to be Kykar next turn. That does leave us open to some sort of spot removal, but if they've got it, they've got it. So that'll put us on going for Kykar, and then our board will be completely ripe for getting down Spirit tokens. We've got the Intangible Virtue, we've got Skull Clamp. Well, with Intangible Virtue, it does kind of complicate the Skull Clamp, but we can still equip it on there and sacrifice it with Kykar and get a little bit ahead on mana. That's a really good feeling. But yeah, as far as this deck goes, if you've been a fan of the channel or a friend of the channel for a long time, my 4th of July deck is always Namat. And, Jeskai colors for 4th of July here in America. And that's always fun. Oh, extra turn. Okay, so that'll give us some time to chat. And so whenever they release Kykar, I'm like, yes, finally, a brand new Jeskai commander that actually cares about spell slinging, because there's not really a lot of good Jeskai commanders out there. There's, that you have Narset, which is kind of combo-ish in a way. If you're playing Narset, there's one thing that you're doing. You're just going to be doing busted stuff like taking extra turns to close the game out. So, that's Narset. Then you have Zedru, which is just kind of this weird, almost kind of like Brionne Stoutarm take on Jeskai, where you're just kind of giving them stuff. And so there hadn't really been that good of a just kind of a spell slinger Kykar, because in this deck, this is a very heavy token build. We've got a Monastery Mentor, we've got Young Pyromancer, we've got Murmuring Mystic, we have Talrand in here. Then we have Kykar, an actual commander that's also cares about getting non-creature spells cast to get those tokens on the battlefield. So it's just nice to finally be able to play a Jeskai deck that cares about spell slinging. It's not necessarily trying to close the game out in one swing or do weird things. It's just generate a ton of value. Now, as far as this particular build of Kykar, like I did mention, this is kind of a very heavy token build. But, our opponents got a ton of lands over there. My goodness, that is a very nice start. Okay, so let's see if we can do anything about that. Let's go for Kykar. And it's kind of one of those where your opponent gets off to like an affinity almost start in like Modern. You're like, well, play my swamp and go. So we're going to go for Kykar, and then anything else we're going to go and pass the turn. So we might end up going for Wheel of Fortune next turn. We'll see what we end up drawing into. But yeah, as far as the actual deck, let's go and jump back into it. This is pretty much what we want to do. You know, we get down Kykar, we get down Murmuring Mystic, Monastery, Mentor, and then what we do is we simply just start casting a lot of our normal cantrips. We have Ponder, Preordain, Wheel of Fortune to kind of refuel our hand. That is just such a strong effect in Jeskai. In fact, if you followed me on Twitter, you may have seen that I went to Magic Fest Dallas and actually sleeved up a proxied version of Kykar last weekend. And Inferno Titan. And so I sleeved up Kykar and I played it for the big chunk of the day on Sunday. So if you get to play against me playing Kykar, hey, hope you enjoyed it. And there's just a ton of value. You know, you may not win the game every single game, but if you like a deck that is really rewarding to pilot, to where you're going to get a really nice board state developed, and you just end up with these kind of complicated token board states to where you've got a Monastery Mentor triggers, you've got these Monk tokens, you've got Prowess triggers, you've got Spirit tokens that you can sack. Because there's one time where I had a bunch of Spirit tokens on the battlefield. I go for Blasphemous Act and then hold priority, sacrifice the spirits to add red mana to our mana pool. Then I recast Kykar. I mean, it was just like so nice that happened. All right, so our opponent's got Inferno Titan coming down. That's going to be 3 damage, and that's going to be 13, 16, put us all the way down to 10. I sent Kykar back. There we go. You can see what we're trying to go for. And I think at this point, since we can't get down Kykar and we're dead on the back end, I don't know what we can dig for. So let's go and go Preordain. Even if we bounce any of these creatures back, that's not really what we want to be doing. So let's put these on the bottom. I guess we're looking for... Actually, we'll go Frantic Surge. We're looking for Toxic Deluge, but we're not in black, so we're not going to hit it. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to go and scoop this one up. Good game to our opponent. I may just kind of post this win on the end of another Kykar video or something like that. But you can definitely see that this is what we wanted to do. We had Murmuring Mystic, Monastery Mentor, but unfortunately we got hit with a really quick Dak Faden, and then a extra turn into Skyshroud Claim into the man who rides on a horse with no name, and don't wake Dad when he's sleeping, Inferno Titan. They're going to get it on this one. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.